Good day, guys. As you all know me, as a mentor, Nasdaq Ninja. So, guys, before I can continue, can you please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you can get notified once I upload. So, guys, as much as you can see, guys, I'm on US30, so I'm gonna try to actually analyze US30, NAS100, and GBP JPY, So these days we want to turn a mix forex as well, so that you guys can be flexible and know what is it that you can trade on your journey. Understand? Because you might find next week you just want to trade forex and I'm busy analyzing indices. You understand? So at the end of the day, let's just begin with our video and show you guys what do we expect. You understand? So actually, let me start with a currency. Let me quickly start with GBP JPY. Let's check GBP JPY. So you're gonna pick any from here, GBP JPY. So for me to pick any is that I haven't yet had any that I like, you understand? But it's always a matter of you having the one that you like, you understand? Because if you're always picking any, you might feel like, it's not respecting your setup according to, because these are just brokers, you understand? These are brokers, they're taking them from the other brokers. But at the end of the day, let me just use the one that it says FXCM, you understand? So let's just use this one and see what is it that we have on it. Let's check. So this is our GBP JPY. So as much as you can see, the reason I picked GBP JPY, when I was starting to tackle currencies, I used to like anything that has JPY and GBP inside, understand? So it always gives me proper direction and proper understanding, you understand? So let's quickly go to the highest time frame and start analyzing our chart, understand? So let's start with the weekly time frame and see what is it that we have. So let's just remove everything. And then we go and analyze again and check what is it that we have on GBP JPY. So we're going to take it to the monthly time frame. I just want to look at everything and see where exactly am I going, understand? So I'm not going to go and allocate my highest point at the top side, but I'm going to allocate my current highest point, which is this one, and then I'm going to allocate my lowest point, which is this one. So as much as I can see, the market moved from the support that it respected in 1990, and then it respected it in let's check, in 2020. So basically the journey is to come here, but we don't know how will it get there, understand? So I'm gonna again allocate the current one, which is here, there, understand? And then I'm gonna place places whereby when I see when the market touches, the market reverses, so which is a zone. So I'm gonna use these zones, this ones only. The other ones I'm gonna use them once the market, it's kind of like going to that place, understand? So let's quickly go to weekly time frame and see what is it that we have on the weekly time frame. So this is what we have on the weekly time frame. What I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna create the structure from the top side to the bottom side, and then I'm gonna create the other one below side so that I understand how is this market moving, understand? The only way you can get to understand it, it's when you have the structure. If you don't have the structure, you're not going to understand the market, because you find the market is taking its own direction in a way that you're not understanding. Why does it go this side? Why does it go that side? And you need to understand. So basically here it's sold, here it's sold. Obviously here we might start experiencing selling opportunities. By me seeing that, it actually advises me to quickly just go there into the daily time frame and see where the market will actually go and which direction will it take, you understand? So let's quickly do this, and then I'm gonna push to daily time frame and see what is it that I have on a daily time frame. So always when you analyze, you just have to take your time. Don't be quickly into the market in a way that you just want to see the market giving you the direction immediately. No, you need to take your time. You're going to see your direction over time. If you give the market time, you're going to see a beautiful direction. So I'm going to just go and create my trend line there. And then I'm going to create my trend line again there in the top side. So a network is kind of like slow, but I don't know why. But let's just continue with whatever that we are on about. You understand? Yeah, so this is how it is. So since I'm there, I'm just gonna focus here. But I know where does the structure have to take me. It has to take me to the top side. But what is it that we can benefit a lot on next week? So this is what you're going to benefit a lot on next week. So I'm gonna just create a beautiful trend here. We're gonna be focusing here from a daily time frame, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push to H4 because I can see there's the place that I'm going to be focusing on. So let's just go to H4 and see what is it that we're gonna see on H4. So obviously here I know very well that I'm gonna see a beautiful trend line going to the top side. So we can just take it there from the bottom side. So, and then we come again, we try it here. That's where it fits very well. So it fitted very well. And then we're gonna come and create at the top side, which I can take it basically there. So what I'm actually waiting for here, right? I'm waiting for the market to break this trend line. Once it breaks this trend line, I'm going to enter my selling opportunities here. But nonetheless, due to the momentum of the market, I can see that the market at this certain place here, it can start giving us selling opportunities here, where I can see that the market is basically rejecting. So we can start seeing the market start giving us selling opportunities. But I don't like predicting what can happen. I like the market to do whatever that will happen, and then we follow the market, you understand? So once it touches there, we know very well that it will come back, retest there. That's when we're going to see it pushing to the bottom side. You're going to see it next week. It's going to do whatever that I'm telling you. So this is how it is. This is how you analyze the market. So we're going to go to 60 minutes time frame, and then we check what is it that we see. You know, understand? So here, that's where I basically find it confidentially saying the market here might start giving us selling opportunities to the bottom side. You know, you can just put your stop loss there, your take profit there. And you know very well, if you can catch it here, you'll catch a beautiful entry. But for you to be more safe, 90% rule, you can just catch your entry point once it touches there. So that's your GBP JPY. That's how it's actually going to move. You understand? So we understand that at these certain places here, you need to be actually getting your selling opportunities. You can't get your selling opportunities here, and they will push further more to the bottom side, you know, by going here, creating a trend line. We know very well that once it breaks this trend, we're going to start moving to the bottom side. As much as you can see, understand, this is just like an impulse correction, impulse movement. So you're going to see the market dropping to the bottom side. So this is what I expect on Gbpjpy. But for you to be safe, you'll wait for it. You know, I won't even wait. When I start London session, I'm going to start entering my sells here if the market is still here. Or if it's anywhere here, I'll let it break this trend line. Once it breaks this trend line, I'm inside looking at the market. You know, guys, the more you hold, the more you make money. You know, you just have to enter with proper risk management and relax on your trade. You know, over time, those trades will make sense. You know, don't be in a quick rush to make a lot of cash at a certain time. No, you need to relax on it. Then once it start giving you a lot of cash, that's where you tend like being appreciation of your profits. Understand? So I believe that we're gonna start taking it here. So you know what is it that I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna adjust this resistance and support so that they can be equal. You know, I don't want you guys to be entering wrong trades at a certain time. So here, I believe that we're going to start be getting our selling opportunities here. That's where you can jump in and enter sell. We have our double top there. If we can push to 15 minutes time frame, maybe we might see it very well. Yeah, we have a double top, first touch, second touch here. We're just going to push below side. If you come here, create a trend line, you can see very well that the market is just going down there. You understand? Here it's being rejected in a way that if once it breaks here, you enter selling opportunities. But you know very well that I don't like creating a lot of trend lines and a lot of supports, you know, because I like holding trades. So I know very well if I enter here, I might just relax. Once the market comes break here, you know, you just have to risk that 10%, 2%, 1% of your account. You don't have to risk 100% of any trade that you enter. You just risk 1% here. Once it goes here, you make 1 into 2, 1 into 3, then you have made a proper profit for your day. So let's quickly jump into US30. I don't know which one to pick, you know, but I think this one is great. Let's just go to this one. So what I'm gonna do here is that I'm gonna go to the highest time frame and then see what is it that we have, you know. So far so good. Double bottom here, first touch, second touch, going to the top. But I don't like using lowest time frame because you might find that you believe that the market will come here and then the market doesn't reach. What are you gonna say to yourself? You know, you're gonna lose a lot of cash once it comes and breaking the bottom side. What I do is I go to the weekly time frame and see the whole structure of the market. Where is the market going and what is it that it's doing? You know, I feel like the market here, it's having a lot of difficulties. You know, this resistance, it once respected it in 2022. It was our support in 2021. This actually was our support as well in 2021. It once been our resistance in 2021 as well. So it's giving the market more difficulties, you know, in a way that once it passes, that's when we're going to see the market pushing to the top. You know, I still believe that the market will come back here, you know, because you can see the momentum. If the market wants to buy, the market will buy. But once you start seeing the market reversing, that's a big problem. That's a big gap. That's what I always say. When the market wants to buy, it will buy. But if it's not buying, then it means there's a problem, you know. So we don't avoid problems. We don't avoid problems. So here we're going to allocate our highest point, and then we're going to allocate our current lowest point. So the reason others are called current is because there is the lowest point, which I don't even believe that we're going to reach there. And so I'm going to create places whereby when the market touches, the market reverses. So those are the places here. So those are the places. Beautiful. You know what I like about indices is that, you know, it's like two small direction, but they make a lot of cash. In currencies, direction data from 1990, imagine. You understand? But it's beautiful, you know, it's beautiful because their side, you just go there and hold your trade long term, and then you're gonna make certain cash. Understand? So here I'm just gonna take it below side here. You know, as much as I'm below this zone here, I know very well going up, it's still possible. It's still possible, don't get me wrong. At least if we have this zone that was respected in 2022, then it's a problem here. Unless if we're below it, but we're gonna see once the market will start pushing to the bottom side. So I'm going to create a trend line because the chain of this trend line haven't yet been finished. So I'm just gonna take it here. I just put it there, and then come back again, create the trend line here. So I know very well when this trend line breaks, it has to finish its journey there at the top side. We can have goosebumps during the road, but here it's where we're going. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the daily time frame and see what is it that we have. So on the daily time frame, you can see very well that if ever here you were to take buying opportunities here, you could be in profit expecting that the market will come back there at the top side. You understand? So let's just adjust this one to be here. So expecting that the market can come back here on this resistance there at the top side, which is possible for the market to get back there depending on what will happen this week. You know, we can't judge the market before it takes it. And that is why I always say I like waiting for the market to take a certain direction so that I can confirm a beautiful direction. Once I start thinking that the market will, I know the market won't. So we don't have to think that the market will. We need to let the market respect a certain direction. So here, I think we have a beautiful trend line here. We have a beautiful one, but it was unbroken, so which is became invalid. Let me not force it. I don't like forcing trend lines. So let's come here and then create first touch, second touch. There we have a beautiful third touch, which if the market breaks this trend line, then the market will give us the highest momentum. But still, we don't want to force it again. So let's go to H4 and see what is it that we see. So here, basically, we're trying to be more confident with the direction that we're going to take, you know. So I don't like in a place where I have to be more confident to say this is a buy, you understand? So as much as the market is still here, we're still seeing a proper buy. The market has to push to the top side. The reason being is because of, you can see the structure of it here. The zone that it has touched is very strong, you understand? So we're going to come here, create our trend line there. And then when we check, we have first touch, second touch, we don't have any third touch. So which is kind of like two. It's a problem, you know. This trend line, it haven't yet become valid because we don't have a third touch. And if you can see, it shows that the market has a higher probabilities of reaching here in the bottom side. It has a higher probabilities of reaching here in the bottom side. The next thing, that's when it will shoot to the top side. You get the point? So once I have this kind of trend lines, I don't add them because they're going to confuse me a lot. You know, that's when I start doing what? I remove them. And then I'm going to look for a beautiful trend line that will give me a direction of the market. So far, the trend lines for me, they're not good for now. You know, so I'm going to create the trend line here. So I see this just a repetition of the market from the past here. Understand? So this is just a repetition of this past there. As much as you can see, this was just a correction impulse. We're having another correction here. So that's how I analyze the chart. So basically, I still see more momentum going to the bottom side, but due to the structure of the market here, I'm going to take buying opportunities to the top side. Know very well if it breaks this one, it will push to the top side as well. So let's just do this, and then we come back here again. We know very well that the market will open with the gap tomorrow. So we're going to be taking long opportunities to the top side. And then we're going to say, okay, this is our first check profit. we're going to just put our stop loss below the side. Once it passes the side, we know very well that it's going to drop. So I'm just looking for buying opportunities, guys. I believe that the market will be pushing next week to the top side. So let's jump into NAS100 and see what does NAS100 have for us. So on NAS100, you can see breakout trend retest beautifully. That's nice. But let's just go to the weekly time frame and see what is it that we have on the weekly time frame. So what we're gonna do here is that we are using the other one which has gaps. You understand? The Nasdaq that doesn't have gaps, and there's Nasdaq that has gaps here on TradingView. So both of them are valid for me. You know, I use both of them because some days I need gaps, some days I don't need them. You understand? So basically tomorrow it's Monday. We need the gaps. We need to understand what's happening with the gaps. I don't know if you knew about that, but on TradingView, two Nasdaqs are there. You know, they're the one that doesn't give you gaps, and they're the ones that are giving you gaps. So we like both of them because we want to see the gaps. You know, gaps are part of our strategies. So let's quickly analyze this one. And then what we're going to do here is that we're going to create a major trend line because the journey of it haven't yet been finished. You know, it will reach here, maybe next year though, but yeah, that's where I'm going. You know, that's my journey. I'm telling you even today, man, that I'm going here. You know, you guys need to really like appreciate that, you know, because I'm giving you guys the whole direction of the market. This is where we're going. Yes, we're going to have difficulties going there, but that's where we're going. So I'm going to create a trend line here, basically based on the weekly time frame, because I can see a beautiful bullish trend here, whereby when the market touches, the market will keep on pushing to the top side using this bullish trend, unless if it breaks it. Once it breaks it, that's where we have problems. So here, I believe that this one has to come back and reverse here on the resistance in order for it to break the trend line. Even this trend line on the top side can confirm that. Understand? So the market will still buy. The Nasdaq was still on a buying opportunity. So let's just quickly go to the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, you can see it's just having a beautiful structure. You know, the market is just repeating the movement going to the top side. You can see it repeated this one and then pushed to the top side and then chose to try to touch the trend line in the top side. Same applies to the side. The market is just repeating the same movement again and again and again. So I'm going to just put it like this. The market is just repeating the movement again and again. So I'm going to use this one as my second touch. So if you can check, the market is just repeating the movement again. So basically here we might be having another correction. You know, yes, the market, it has a higher probabilities of it touching the bottom side, but you got to understand something. The market, before it touches it has to touch at the top side. So it already touched here, which is it owes us a touch in the top side. So it has to touch in the top side in order for it to touch in the bottom side. So it can come back here, get a buy, and then move to the top side. But what we have to confirm here is that we need to look for possible movement. You know, we don't look for something that we think that it will happen. You understand? So at this certain place, we have a support somewhere here. Yeah, there is it. We have a beautiful support whereby the market here, we believe that the market has to start taking our buying opportunities. So we're going to put it like this. So that's where I'm heading. You know, my journey is going there. And then we're going to come back here. And then create the trend line here to just give us more confidence, you know, first touch, second touch, third touch, we just entering our trade, going to the top side. So basically we're going to find it around 8, but if it's below here, we're going to enter sells and then come enter buys here, depending on what the market will do on Monday. And then let's go to 60 minutes time frame and check what is it that we see. Still see a beautiful movement. The market just touched here and then pushed to the top side. Some are holding this trade. The gap might get a gap, upper gap. That's when we're going to see it once it touches the resistance, tries to cover the gap. But that's where we're heading. That's our journey. We've been buying, guys. We've been preaching this buy and we've been buying. So we understand that everything has been going according to our way. So here, guys, we're just going to enter our buys going to the top side. You know, we're not going to stop. We're still going to be pushing to the top side. So at the end of the day, guys, this is the end of the video, guys. Thank you for watching this one. Let's be ready for next week.